What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
BlueNote Fan Report. Hey, everybody. What a week it's been. I didn't do the other games. I kind of should have, but you know what? I'm here. I didn't do Saturday's game. I did Thursday. Didn't do Saturdays. I'm here for the Tuesday night game. This is the BlueNote Fan Report presented by Vitale's Hideaway in Warden, Illinois. It is the one speakeasy you should not speak easy about. Tell everyone about that great place up there. Hey guys, Montgomery's here, right? And there was a mailbag that was put out by Rutherford, and the first 4 or 5 questions were all about Bannister getting, the raw deal. And you know what? I understand, but at the same time, the moment Montgomery got fired, Bannister started coaching like his days were numbered. And then you have Bushnevich come out and say, we don't practice offense. And we can't win games 2-1, 1-0. There's nothing. I hope he does. Husso had a really rough outing. He got called back up. He got waived. Nobody picked him up, so he went. So here's the thing. When a team waives a veteran, right, puts them on waivers, after 24, there's a 24-hour period that any team can pick them up. And it's based now, the way it works is the teams that are lower in the standings get top priority, right? So like the Blackhawks, their last place, they would get first pick and on up. Well, nobody picked him up. Believe it or not, it's kind of surprising, but nobody picked him up. And then, so what happens at that point, there's a couple of different things that can happen, right? The thing that mainly happens is that they end up going to a minors assignment. And that's what Husso did. He went and played in the minors. Now, he could have said, no, I'm not going. And then his contract would have been null and voided, right? They would have voided his contract. But that's not what happened. So he goes to the minors, gets some time there, gets called back up, and then gets black. And then here's the funny thing. They ended up winning the damn game. The other goalie comes in and wins his debut in a shootout. First time ever, right? Absolute crazy. 32.6. Not sure what that means, Chris. What's that mean, bud? Erickson says he's first. Hey, Erickson. Richard Doolittle says second. I love you guys both. Bush gets first. I could see that. I didn't pick in the app or any of that, but I'm going to stick with Thomas. I got this feeling about him, right? Who's here today? Right? A couple of weeks ago he was. A little while back. Edward Lubutsk. I don't know who that is. Richard Henry Doolittle, John Hafter, Erickson Krieger. Thank you, guys. Thank you. A couple of weeks back, he was sent down. A couple of weeks back, I mean, it was kind of I remember seeing some stuff about it. So this was probably about 2 or 3 weeks back. I'm 32.6-ish. I still don't know what that means. Oh, okay. I think making the joke. Okay. I get it now. Oh, you got me there for a minute, Chris. You got me there for a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, I'm looking forward to this game. Because here's the importance of this game. Oh, I thought we were just throwing numbers. They were going who was first on the show, first to comment in that. So you were actually fourth. So here's what's important. You have a 4-game road trip. West Coast, the Western Canada swing, right? You're not in a great place in the standings. You're changing focus, and that's great. And as you're changing focus, what you need to do is figure out how many games you need to win in a series. Well, on a 4-game road trip, you need to win 3 out of 4. And if you can do that, you win tonight, that's 3 out of 4. If you keep doing that, you're going to make the playoffs, right? I always say that I look at the season in 8-game segments. That's 10% of the season, more or less. And, you want 10 points per 8 games. 10 out of 16. That's 100 points at the end of the season. That's going to put you in the playoffs. We're not even close to that. We're 28 games in. We have 28 points. Right? 32 is the next market. 32, you should have 40 points. We have 28. There's no way between 28 and 32, which is only 4 games, that you could get up to 40 points. That is true. I did see that. Kevin Shattenkirk, I don't think he hadn't played this year at all. So he wasn't signed by anybody, and he went ahead and announced his retirement, put his papers in with the NHLPA and the NHL, and that takes him. So I guess it gives him some. He starts getting a retirement or something like that, an annuity or something like that comes his way. There's something that's set up for these guys. He'll get picked up by somebody. He'll be a coach somewhere or scout or something like that. The lines. I think that there's something that you can do to tweak these lines that will make it just that much better. Right? I really do. And hold on a second. Let's see if I can. I got way too many tabs open on here, and it's not helping me figure out what I need. I suck pretty bad, so forgive me. That's just who I am, Let's see here. I'm having a hard time finding it. Here we go. I got it. No, they don't. I don't think so. I haven't seen it. Okay. Hold on. Let me find all my guys. Okay, here we go. So I have the lineups. We'll go with the Blues lineup first. Thomas centering Kyrou and Bushnevich. I'm slightly okay with this. Shen, Saad, and Neighbors. Okay. Not the best line, but okay. Then you have Sundqvist centering Bolduc and Holloway. And then you have Fosca with Torpachenko and Walker. I would make some changes to this. I would put Neighbors, right? Neighbors up with Bushnevich, who are in Bushnevich's spot, and bring Bushnevich down to Neighbors' spot. And then Holloway and Bolduc, I might have Fosca up in there instead of Sundqvist, or even Walker, because Walker's got some speed for a little short guy, right? And the way the Blues play, it's more or less the three lines, the top three lines, get the same amount of minutes, really close, within 45 seconds of each other. They're all sitting right about 14 and a half, 15 minutes a game, right? So putting the youngsters, the speedsters together really helps out. And I think Bushnevich with Shin and Saad would be a little bit better of a line. Could be wrong, but that's just the way I think, right? Torp isn't wearing a visor. That's good. That means he doesn't have a actually, he's probably going to have to wear one. I think he's required. I don't think he's grandfathered. He's going to have to wear a visor. He may not have it on for warm-ups. He was injured a little bit, and there was some stuff going on. See, you sit there and say Bush hasn't been great, but you look at what's happened since Montgomery has come in. Now that they're playing offensive, he's playing much better, right? You tried to take a defensive system and make offensive players play it, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. And I don't think it was going to work. It was never going to work, right? And I think that if you look what Monty's done, the one thing that I saw in the Edmonton game, I did watch the Edmonton game. I didn't do a show, but I watched it. The one thing that I saw is you started seeing a little more of the guy waiting at the blue line. And I think that might have been Edmonton's system more than the Blues. So it felt like they were getting away from their game a little bit. And you know what? That doesn't completely surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because Edmonton's that good, right? I mean, they're just got that good of players, and they can get you out of your game. But in the third period, late in the second, early in the third, when they got back to their game, they started going back to their game. That's when they started putting a couple goals in the net. Bennington, that last one that kind of snuck in on him, that was a killer. But they were in that game. It never felt, even down 3-0, it never felt like they were out of that game. It never felt like they were completely out of that game. AC is saying that no one has been great this season. Okay, great, I'll give you. No one except Boberg has been great this season. Boberg's been good. He's been injured a little bit, but he's been good. A lot of guys have been good. They just haven't been great. Yeah, you're right. Someone in Husso over Bennington a few years ago. I do remember that. Holloway's been amazing. I will agree with you, Eliza. He has exceeded expectations, and I hope he continues to do that. 9 likes already. Wow, guys. John Pinner, Aaron Culture, Gabe Oberturf, Chris Shockey, Kyle Mead. Thank you. That's a lot of them. I really, really appreciate that, guys. Erickson Krieger in there, John Hefner in there, Richard Henry Doolittle in there, Edward in there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Jason Nichols in there now, 10 of them. Woohoo! Woohoo! Tonight, it's going to be stick to your game, right? Vancouver's a good team. Oh, well, great. I don't get to see YouTube likes. And if I do, it doesn't show me how many who they are. But that's great. I appreciate that. Great. Well, thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Right? Good to see the numbers getting up a little bit. Good to see that. Good to see people starting to watch the show a little more. Somebody's even watching on Vitale's Hideaway. Thank you on Vitale's Hideaway. Hi, Vitale's Hideaway. And then they ran away. Thank you. We'll just keep doing what we can. We'll keep doing what we can. What I see from Montgomery is he has a concerted effort to make the Blues better in their defensive end by focusing on offense. Now I'm going to let that sink in. They are better in their defensive end because they've been focusing on offense. Does that make sense? Who's with me on this? I'm watching Joey break down this play here. Chase is going to do the call from the Winter Classic from his hospital room on ESPN radio. Oh, that's cool. I hope he gets better, man. I hope he beats this. I really do. I'd hate to see the alumni lose him because they don't have that guy behind him. Right. And the fact that I'd hate to see what's happened to the Blues, what happened to the Cardinals. I really would. All right. Right. So what I was talking about before, and no one's come back on yet, they're focusing on offense in their defensive zone. And what I mean by that is, as soon as they get the puck, it's not get it out of the zone, it's bring things back. It's work together, stay together as a group, has a line, has a team in the zone, and then come out. And that has been happening a lot. Right? Yeah, Bruce is good, but he's not chaser. I'll agree with that. The pass back and the tape-to-tape passes between the blue lines, yeah, it does help. Right? And as long as they keep doing this, right? As long as they keep doing, I read what you said. Bud. As long as they keep doing this, it's going to open up more, and it's going to help the goalies out. It's going to limit shots, right? It's really going to change how the team plays. Now, the other areas that has to get fixed right away is special teams, right? Both the penalty kill has gotten better. Who's starting tonight? Goaltenders or goaltenders is Husso and Demko. Demko is starting in his first game since the playoffs last year where he injured his knee. I think it was in the first game of the playoffs, the Canucks' first game. He injured his knee. This will be his first start since then. And then Husso's in net, or not Husso, Hoffer. Wow. Hoffer. See, John, you screwed me over. You got me thinking Husso now from before. Hoffer is in the net for the Blues. Oh, he's going to be a little rusty. I think he will be a little rusty tonight. I mean, he's ready to play, and he's going to want to play, and it shocks to him. Hey, Russ, you're welcome. I try and do the best I can. I'm a tough pill to swallow. I get that. Sandpaper's hard to get by sometimes, But if you can handle my rough edges, hopefully I do a good job for you. Well, I appreciate that, Russ. I really do. Tonight, let's just see the Blues play well. Let's go ahead and do a quick out-of-town scoreboard. Maple Leafs beat the Devils 2-1 in OT. Avalanche 6-2 over the Penguins. That's a final. Another final, the Hurricanes 3-2 over the Sharks. Flyers 5-3 over the Blue Jackets. The Kings are up 3-1 with 14 seconds to go in the third over the Islanders. At the end of two, Flames are up 4-3 on the Preds. Jets are up 3-1 on the Bruins at the end of two. At the end of one, the Oilers have a 1-0 lead on Tampa. And about halfway through the first period, Utah and Minnesota are scoreless. Starting at the same time as our game, the Panthers will take on the Kraken. Power play is the area we need. We started getting a power. We got a power play going in the last game. We really need to continue that. The 5-on-3, we scored right after it ended. Had we scored like just a second or two earlier, we would have had it back on a power play, and that might have helped us out a little bit more in that game. But again, these guys got to understand this road trip was not an easy road trip, and they played well with everybody. They have played well with everybody. So keep playing, right? Come out and you played well against Winnipeg. You played well against Calgary. You played well against Edmonton. Believe it or not, I think they played well against Edmonton, right? No, I did not get. I can't go as much as I want to go. Nope. You know, I just can't afford it. I haven't been working like I need to. I've been dealing with some mental issues. I know you guys know this. It's affected my ability to work, and I just don't have the money. You know, hopefully I can figure some things out here in the next week or so and get myself really, really working because I want to come back this summer, right? I'd really like to come back this summer. Right. But the next Winter Classic, the Blues are in, I'm going to. No ands, ifs, or buts. I missed 3. I'm not missing another one. But I will be online for it. Right. I think you're going to see a little more of Hoffer between now and January. Bennington's still your number one. I mean, he is, but I think, you know, they've been relying on him a lot. And I think Montgomery wants Hoffer to get some more starts and wants Bennington to get some rest. Let's, you know, not overuse him. So he's ready when we need him. Right. And that's what's important. Right. That's what's important. You know, that's what's really important to me. Sutter and Falk. Letty went back to St. Louis, so he's still a couple of weeks away, I think. And he's been out since October 15th. Somebody had asked me about him Saturday, and I couldn't. I just my brain wasn't working Saturday. Hopefully, I'm better this game than I was the last time I game when I had Wendy with me. Man, I did not work well that game at all. But hey, you know, I had Shaggy come on, and that helped out a little bit towards the end. Shag's a good friend. Wendy's a good friend. I appreciate all of you. Sister JJ. Sister JJ put a new video out. You can see it in a bunch of the groups. He put a little ode to me, Ashley, and Lance at the end of it. I appreciate that, Sister JJ. Thank you for that. I don't think we're as bad at it as you think, bud. Hold on a second, and I'll tell you where we're at. Give me a moment. We're ninth overall, right? We're sitting at 7.4 minutes per game, which is ninth. And just to give you an example, the Canucks have 9 minutes per game, and they're 21st. So we're not in that bad of a spot, right? We played 28. Here's an example. 28 games, we have 208 penalty minutes. They have 26 games, they have 235 penalty minutes. So we're not as bad at the staying out of the sin bin as everybody thinks. We might take some untimely penalties, but we're not taking a lot of penalties, right? You look at 7.4, that's 4 penalties. That's an average of about 4 penalties a game. And while that can be a little lot, that average really, it comes less because that minute thing, that's got your misconducts and all those other things into there. So really it comes down to about 2 to 3 minutes, two to three penalties per game. And I'm okay with that, believe it or not. All right, you're going to get penalties. Sometimes a penalty is taken at a very, very good opportune time. Torp, a shootout in practice, so he had to take warm-up visorless. And in Chase's shoulders pads. Lost the shootout in practice. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of look at it that way, man. I really think that, when you add, the fights in, and that's a 5-minute thing. Hey, Lance is around. Maybe Lance will show up. I don't know. Well, I seen him. He just posted something on Twitter. Well, I don't know. It might have been a while ago. I show it as just now, but a lot of times that's something from a while ago. Yeah, he might have just done it. I haven't been following Blues Muse much on Twitter. I kind of stayed away from Twitter a little bit. The contest tonight with the Bluesnetics, I picked the note to go off first. Well, let me see if I still got time to do that Bluesnetics contest. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can pull it up, and then I'll go through them. St. Louis Blues pick 'em. Here we go. Please wait while we prepare the ice. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Make your picks. Play now. I missed it. It's closed. Oh, well. Nope, it's closed. Sorry, missed it. Too late. Maybe I can get first goal vote in. Yeah, nope, not letting me. Nope, too late. Waited too long. Oh, well. You're kind of right there, bud. And I like that. Oh, here's Lance. Hey, Lance, man. We love you. We love you, Lance. You the link, the last time I sent you a link, that's the same link. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome, bud. Thank God I wasn't playing against Nathan McKinnon. Holy shit. 5 points tonight. Oh, Marcia Shaw got me 2 goals. Thank you, Marcia Shaw. I need you to really pump it up, buddy. Niederreiter got me 1. I need him to get me. He only got me an assist and a power play point. I need some more. I got Thomas, Kessel, and Suter tonight. So I need them to have really good nights. Okay, buddy, anytime. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit. He did a little ode to us. I appreciate it. Vancouver struggling at home. I hope so. I haven't seen that. Let me see. What am I looking at here? Let me go Vancouver. Let me see. Home record. Oh yeah, they're 4-6-3. Yeah, they're struggling at home. On the road, we're 8-7-1. So let's hope we can pick that up. Sorry if you're catching that. I live in a condensed area, a real high density area. So get a lot of and a lot of we're probably I think we have the highest medium age. And so a lot of ambulances, and especially in my building, the ambulance is here almost every day, right? Almost every day. Got to keep Quinn Hughes. I'm playing against him tonight, so got to keep Quinn Hughes off the scoreboard for me, okay? 15 likes. Wow, Sean Roberts. Hey, Sean! I got to send you a message. I might come see you. J.M. Davis, I'm man, if I get to the mainland this year, I'm going to come see people. Yeah, just older people, and then they're doing a lot of construction here, so guys getting hurt. Montreal dodged a bullet with Miller. Not sure what you mean there. Gorgiev got traded to San Jose for Blackwood, right? That's an interesting trade. I hope it. For me, in fantasy, it helps because Wedgwood got traded to Colorado, and Colorado doesn't have any goalie they started the season with. Wow. Right? We've been saying for a while that goaltending is their biggest issue, right? When Gorgiev got traded from the Rangers can't remember if he got traded or he signed with Colorado. I always felt like that was a step back. Oh yeah, Miller out with issues, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, so Montreal was talking about trading for him. Is that what you were talking about, Sean? Oh, Sean, I'm thinking so much about it, bud. It's like the only thing on my head, and like I would really, I know you're further down in the state, but I'd really love to figure out how to go fish the Missouri River up there near the Missouri Breaks. I was told that that's some really good fishing. Yep, Trouba to Anaheim. That was I mean the Rangers are in a bad shape. Yes, Aaron. Yep, they got a lot of wood in goal. A Wedgwood and a Blackwood. Go see Sean in Montana and Alex down in Kentucky. I got to really start writing that story about that trip, man. Just I've been struggling so much. I'm ready for this game to start. I really am. I really am. Dun 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 dun. trying to just make it a little better, guys. It takes too much of my color out. It's not looking too bad. I think we can deal with that, right? You guys can deal with the little bit of fuzz. Just trying to make it good for you. I'm ready for this one, guys. I'm ready. Because I just have a feeling we're gonna see something tonight. I think we're gonna see a different team after a couple of days. You know, you talked about them having the fun. I think it's gonna show up. You know, Chris, you know, talk about them having fun. I think it's gonna show up online. I think it's gonna show up on the ice. Yeah, I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. Let's see how Hofer does tonight. Blues win the first faceoff. Started the fourth line. Oh, that was good defensive play there. Look how they came out. 1, 2, 3 guys together. See, I keep watching that. I want to keep pointing that stuff. I want to start pointing that stuff out. Kyrou, that was probably an ill-advised pass to Thomas there. But a good keeping of the puck. There we go. Watch him come up. Broberg threw it down. Thomas stayed with it. Oh, Thomas stayed with it. Oh, nice. That's a good change there. That's a good change. Oh, Neighbors got a little bump there. Neighbors had a lot of family at the Calgary and Edmonton games. He's from the Calgary area. I know Mike and Amanda Dante went to the games. They're friends with the family of Neighbors. Wrestling match. So I got to tell you, Chris, that little guy, man, he knows what he's doing for his first time. He takes instruction really well. I think he's 10, right? I think he's 10, but he took instruction really well. Oh, that was close. There goes Bolduc. Oh, got tipped. That could have been really nice. Suter kept it in. Oh, there was a trip. Didn't get called. Bolduc staying with the puck. Oh, they're fighting with that puck. I like it. Good puck battles. Winning the 50-50s. I don't think that there's been a shot on goal yet. I got to look here. One shot by Vancouver so far. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See? Just missed. But that the 5-man unit went through the blue zone. Walker is definitely the energy leader on this team. Oh, nice hit by Walker there. Joshua's playing for Vancouver. Oh yeah, that's right. He had cancer. I forgot about that. First save of the season for Demko. Good shot too. Oh, Kessel would have had a good shot there. Oh, that should have been interference. uh, yeah, he has. I'll admit that he has. He since he's been healthy, the last year and this year, he's had 2 really good years. Right? Everybody looks at a contract and too many of them look at the first year of the contract and don't look at the length of the contract. And I knew that he was going to absolutely earn that contract. That was not a bad contract. And it got called a bad contract for a while. I didn't call it a bad contract, but it did get called a bad contract. And I just had a feeling it wasn't going to be. It's just like with our defensemen. Hey, Wendy, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, bud? Blackhawks are off tonight, so they had a good game. Didn't they? Beat the Rangers 2-1. Yeah, and that was the Rangers fans booed the Rangers after that game. I saw that. The Rangers fans booed the Rangers. They are not happy Ranger fans. They're 2 games above 500 and they hate them. Ooh, excuse me. Got a commercial going on now. We aren't in last place anymore. Where are you? Let's see. Standings wise. Go to league. The Preds are in last. Well, the Preds won today, so that might bump them up. Or they were winning. Actually, no, they are losing. They were up, but now they're down 4-3. Oh, so I couldn't get a good shot there. Blues keeping on the puck. Oh, well, that didn't take long. Dakota Joshua scores for Vancouver, 1-0. And the Blues were controlling this game too. That's big mistake there. Sounds like the Montgomery's trying to get a call there too on a cross check. I don't know. I think they're going to be there for a while, to be honest. I don't think the NHL wants any more teams moving. So the former Blue makes the Blues pay. Duke. Hey, Nathan. That is exactly right. That is how you answer back. Holloway with a 7-game point streak. Hey, Steven, how you doing, bud? Oh, what a move. Cam also that'll probably change a little bit. Hope you're excited about being back in the Lou. I don't know how long it's been since you've been there, but I think it's been a while, right? Oh, Neighbor's a nice little shot there.
And Demko wanders. Hands it right to Holloway. Dylan Holloway centers a shot. They score! Bolduc from the slot. A one-timer. And the Blues have tied the game at 1. What a shot.
I'm guessing you guys heard that. Oh, the McRib is back. Yay, McRib is back. I'm having it for dinner. I don't know, man. That for me, that's just, I don't know why McDonald's makes it go away. Oh, man, I hope you have a good time while you're there, and I hope you get to see a game, bud. I really hope you get to see a game, and I think you're taking your family. I hope your kids enjoy it. Oh, that was a really good shot. He got right in the right spot. Oh, and Sonny blocked Demko. Oh, just you? Okay. Three-man unit. Bushnavis, Thomas, and Kyrou entered it as a unit. The more they do that, the more we're going to see winning hockey. Oh, that was almost a really good pass. I mean, I understood what he was doing there. It just a little bad luck, but that was almost a big mistake by Bennington. Oh, neighbors. Puck's bouncing a lot tonight. I agree with you, Eliza. Saved by Hofer. Keep thinking Bennington, but it's Hofer in that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there was a comment from Montgomery saying that Bushnavis was a wing and he should be playing wing and he would only play center if there was an injury. So, yeah, he's going to stay at wing. Yes, Eliza, I can see your comments. The Blues couldn't get hotel rooms because of a Taylor Swift concert. Wow. Well, I mean, for me, Monty is a good coach because he understands that this is an offensive game and he coaches that way. I mean, they're 4-1-1 since he became coach, and the style of play, even the loss, they were in that game, and there were so many games this season that they got down 1-0, and you didn't feel like they were in the game. You know, they make a mistake, it ends up in the back of the net in this game, and what do? They keep with it, and they end up answering back quickly and tie it up. Bolduc helped them with. Scored by Shin! Oh, no, I thought it went in. I saw that go in. I'm sorry. I swore that went in. Not really. I like offensive hockey. The game has become offensive, right? It's God. I thought that went in. I swore Shin put that in. I'm sorry, guys. I swore he put that in. Premature celebration. Way premature celebration. It looked like he put that puck right in the net. Uh, oh God, I hate these. It's not just that they're going. It's just that they're playing offensive hockey. Everyone's looking at that, but they miss the most important part of the game, right? And it's not just that. You know, you kept talking about, oh, they're not going to this. Well, it was because they weren't doing something else before that. They weren't coming into the zone. They weren't starting their zone entry in the defensive zone. They weren't coming into the zone as a unit. They weren't supporting each other because they were playing defensive hockey. It was 4 guys back, 1 guy forward. If the guy forward didn't get through, we're not going to let him go. We're going to stop them from scoring on us. And that doesn't work. Right? Oh man, I swore that went in. Offsides. Yeah. That's going to be an icing on Hofer. Come on, John. We don't need comments like that, bud. Broberg just all over the place. I like that guy. You're going to see more offer sheets. I think that, especially if a team puts themselves in that type of bind, you're going to start seeing the offer sheets. You know, and not only that, I actually think that a lot more offer sheets get put out there than we hear about. Nice save by Hoffer. Uh-oh. Penalty kill coming up. Sonny D with a trip. That was close. I think what happens is teams will go out to guys' agents with offer sheets. You know, hey, we're thinking about giving you this, and before it gets signed, the guy's agent goes to the team and says, hey, you know, we have a possible offer sheet coming. It's this. Do you want to, you know, let do something now before it comes? And that's what I think happens a lot. In fact, there was an older player had said that had happened with him in Vancouver. I forget who it was. Shorthanded breakaway. Scored. There we go. Shorthanded point and a goal for Thomas. I needed that. Blues first shorthanded goal of the season. Been waiting for that to happen. If only the NHL had the jailbreak rule. Nice. 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 Two goals on 7 shots. I really do think that the NHL should put the jailbreak rule in. Oh, wow, I thought it went in. Oh, that's twice I got fooled tonight. I think Hoffer was fooled. Hoffer thought it went in. A little bit pushing and shoving. Oh, wow. Elbowed him to the back of the head, almost to the back of the head. Nice staying back with that. Nice staying back with that. That wasn't on their power play. Yeah, okay. Off subject, but you hear about the golden bat rule in baseball? Yes, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. There is a rule that women's hockey's putting in, and I forget what it's like a no change. When you're shorthanded, after that face-off, you can't change until there's another face-off, which I don't mind. I kind of like, pushing and shoving at could be some penalties coming up to start the second. We'll see. Yeah, Thomas will help me out a lot. A lot. Shots 9-7 in favor of Vancouver. We'll cover the stats in a little bit. Yeah. We'll discover the stats in a little bit. Man, I just woo. Score is 2-1 Blues. We'll get into the game here in a second. Wow. Yeah, I know. I'm weird as hell, huh? Okay. St. Louis. Shots 9-7 in favor of Vancouver. Vancouver had a total of 17 attempts. The Blues had 15 attempts. So semi-close. 7 hits for St. Louis, 5 for Vancouver. St. Louis had 3 giveaways. That number is much better than what we've seen in the past. 5 for Vancouver. Blues had 4 takeaways. It's nice to see that number up. Unfortunately, Vancouver had 5 also. Had 5 also. Had 5. Had 1 more. Block shot. St. Louis had 5. Vancouver had 5. Face-offs. St. Louis won that battle 10-9, 53% to 47%. Defensive B, center zone C+, back check C+. I think defense I would give a C+. Center zone I would give a B-, B. Offense I would give a B. Offensive zone a B+ maybe. And back check, I think I'd give a little bit higher on the back check, maybe a B-. Close to what you're seeing, right? I thought it was the penalized player couldn't. No, I think it is that you can't change. The what I'd heard was you couldn't change until, and I mean I saw it on TikTok, so I mean I gotta. But you couldn't, after the face-off, you couldn't change until the next face-off, right? I just think some of these rule changes they should have should just leave the and some of them I do, but I do like in hockey. There's a couple of things. There's one rule change that I think absolutely has to go in, right? If you challenge, if they score a goal and you challenge for goaltender interference and you're wrong, you get a delay of game penalty and go on the penalty kill. Okay, I get that. If you want to do that, I get that. But if you challenge and you're right, the goal comes off. If you challenge and you're right, you should go on the power play. Right? Goaltender interference is a penalty. If you're disallowing a goal for goaltender interference, that guy who causes the goaltender interference should go in the box. I think that's fair. Now, I know the purpose of the rule is to get less reviews, but you'll get less reviews if you define what goaltender interference is, first of all, and if referees start calling it. So since referees won't call it and you won't define it, you need the review. So don't punish the team for trying to protect their game, protect themselves. And that's what they do. They punish the team for trying to protect itself. And that's the issue that I have with all of it. Well, I mean, you're looking at some of the best face-off. The Edmonton Oilers were like the best face-off team in the league. So the Blues did okay with that. I love what Thomas does on this play. You watch him come around, and he sees that puck, and he gets ahead. He's absolutely ahead. Yeah, it needs to be defined, right? To me, here's the thing. When the goaltender is in the blue paint, you can't touch him, period. All right? You should not be able to touch the goaltender in the blue paint. All right? I actually liked the old rule that you couldn't go in the blue paint until the puck was in the blue paint. Now, the thing with that's the Brett Hull thing with the Dallas and 99 and the I think it was 99. Yeah, 99 and the that goal there. I think that was all that was that stuff there, right? Yeah, 99. Where they kind of changed that rule prior to the playoffs, that you could enter the zone if you had the puck, right? If the puck was on your stick, and that was the thing that changed that. That's why it got challenged for goaltender interference, and it wasn't. But to me, here's the thing. As long as the goaltender skates are touching, so you know the red line that goes around? The very beginning, the top of that, from that point to the goal line, right, is the crease. As long as any part of the goaltender is in that, he is in the crease. Now, that is no different than the blue line for offsides, the red line for icing, right? It's the same. It's the same thing. So this is an important thing. So if he is in the crease and you touch him in the process of making the save or in the process of the shot to where he cannot effectively save the shot, have have a chance at the shot, then that is goaltender interference, right? Now, the other thing is, let's say the goalie's there and you come across, he's in the zone, you come across and hit him, right? That's interference. Not goaltender interference, it's interference. That needs to start getting called, right? Because you're not allowed to hit any player that doesn't have the puck. If you're hitting the goaltender, especially in the crease, right? You really need to start calling this. And if you start calling it, it's going to go away. I'm listening to Robert here. I could see that. I could see that. To me, there's a difference, right? If he's just in the regular play, not in the process of a shot, that's interference. That's a 2-minute penalty. Straight 2-minute penalty. You touch him, you basically put a check on him when he doesn't have. You're preventing him from being in the play. All right, you can call it goal because he's a goaltender, but to me, actual goaltender interference is in the process of a shot. So score is 2-1 Blues. How we got there? The Blues were controlling the game until a mistake about the 8-minute mark. Former Blue Dakota Joshua gets a great pass from Connor Garland and just sticks it in the back of the net. Myers is also in on the assist. That's Joshua's first of the season. Garland, 16 assists. He's having a great season. Great player there. Myers with his 6 assists, and the Blues are down 1-0. But it doesn't take them long, right? A minute and about 13 seconds later, the Blues, Holloway gets a behind the net, passes to Bolduc right in the house, right in the slot, and 2-1 game, or 1-1 game. Then Blues take, Oscar Sundqvist takes a tripping call at the 16:59 mark. Slightly questionable, but I can understand why it was called. And Robert Thomas gets the Blues' first shorthanded goal of the season, assisted by Parayko and Bushnevich. Sorry. And that's where we are at, 2-1. Should be starting the game here shortly, starting the second period here shortly. 19 likes today. Tessa, hi Tessa, Christina, up there at Vitale's Hideaway. How you doing? Stephen Glass, thank you. Nathan Myers, thank you. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. Probably not. And raiding on turns, man. He's getting there. Giving up on the dream, Jamie. Oh, Dad, I'm giving up on yours. God, I hate commercials. Oh, Shen just, but you know what? I look at that. I wonder if he might have been offsides. It was close. I think it would have gotten looked at. They've had at least 4 scoring opportunities, if not more. I'd say maybe 5. Tonight it's McRibs. Chances 7. They've had 7 scoring chances. I had 5, so I get it. Temp 17-15. I think that's what I had said. I hope I'm just right on that. Hits. Yep. So we're there. D-zone turnovers only 4. That's better for the Blues. Holloway with a 7-game point streak. There's only Stone is the only one with the longer one. Though I think Hughes, if he gets a point tonight, will have 8. I'm watching on ESPN Plus, so I get to see the national commercials, and I hate them. If I watched it on center ice, I would see the St. Louis commercials if I'm getting the St. Louis feed. However, it's a 2.5 minute delay. And doing the show, I can't do that. Right? I mean, it's a major delay. I actually think I'm a little behind tonight. I'm going to see here. Nope. I was a little behind. Yeah, I was a few seconds back. Yeah, I was a few seconds back, but I'm caught up now. Well, I mean, I don't know how long they're going to have them, but I hope so. Oh, we got them now. Sometimes we don't have them, but this time we got them. I love them, man. I'm an absolute love McRibs. Right? I hope they keep them through the new year. I don't understand why they make them go away. I really don't. It's such a popular. Why would you make such a popular thing go away? I remember, and I won't say who it was, someone just recently telling me how that doesn't work for the Blues. I think Sonny should have gotten an assist on that one. He hasn't, but he should have. Like, to me, it's the only sandwich they have where the meat actually doesn't taste dried out. Their chicken, their hamburgers absolutely taste like hockey pucks. I am not a fan of McDonald's hamburgers at all. I'll eat them, but I'm not a fan of them. I might get some. Game's back, by the way. And it's only for about a month. Yeah, they are much better. Play offensive hockey, and that's what's going to happen. Aaron Nels, thank you. Man, I love hockey. Well, they do here. And even when I don't think I had McDonald's while I was in St. Louis. I honestly don't think I had. I ate White Castles while I was in St. Louis. White Castles and Emos and Lion's Choice. I got mad at somebody because they told me they didn't like Lion's Choice. I ordered Arby's. It's like, it's not even real beef. Oh, nice little shot there, Joseph. I like that move. Good defensive play by Kessel. I like that. I when I was a kid, Lion's Choice was them. I worked there. I worked at the Richmond store for almost 3 years, from the time I was 16 to the time I went in the Navy. So 2.5 years, something like that. And absolutely just love it. And I had them 2 or 3 different times. Roast beef, double cheese, extra seasoning. Well, extra seasoning. I used to go to double extra, but they don't know how to do it. Either that or I ask for seasoning salt and then I put it on myself. And it's got to be the Swiss cheese, the white cheese. I know Hefner, when he went to St. Louis, he ordered what I like. At least he tried to. Well, you can get your toasted Ravs you can get some at Emo's, and they're actually pretty good. But you can get toasted Ravs almost anywhere, man. I ate it at so many different places it wasn't even funny. Oh man, they're keeping the pressure on. This is the fourth line just playing like that. You know, we're gonna play like the second line or the third line. You know, we're going to keep the pressure, and we're not just about giving the puck to the other team or to the other lines. Oh, I don't know why they waved that off. That should not have gotten waved off. Well, we love you, sister. You be here there as long as you can, my friend. Well, the king size extra beef. That's close. That's close to what I normally, and I get kings too. Yeah, pasta house is pretty good too. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I had some of those. I had a couple of the different old Viennas. Oh, Bushneva should have passed that. Oh, he should have passed that. Yeah, I didn't go to Steak and Shake this time. I don't know why. I just decided not to go. Oh, he should have put that puck to Thomas. God, I love hearing them say that when I said it. I didn't have one of those. I would have liked to. I had Steve's hot dogs at the arena, and they were pretty good. I probably need to get with him. He said he would come on the show, and I got a message from him, and I haven't responded back. I should. Yeah, I'm with you there, Frank. Though Tereshchenko's game is gone away. I wouldn't use. Yeah, I wouldn't. I like the broccoli soup. I remember making it when I was a kid, but might be right. You might be right. But I still think the pass might have been the better. Because he ran out of room for a shot. I think the pass would have been better. They're playing with the puck a lot more, right? Nice move by Joshua there. Hey, Shaggy! Rangers are in trouble, Shags. Oh, that was just, oh, that could have been a really good play. Yeah, why not, bud? Why not? I don't mind you coming on today. Oh, nice save. Demko made a nice save there. Playing well tonight. The Blues are playing well tonight. Anytime, my friend, anytime. I would agree with that, man. I would absolutely agree with that. Who took a puck off the face? Tom who? Which Tom? Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Hold those practice pucks, bud. Hold on to those. Yeah, I got 8 watching. Yep, 8 watching. Oh, Kyrie just missed. Canucks ice it. Holy Christ. Wow. 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 It looks like he ate a puck, not took one in the face. Holy Christ. Let's hold up on that, John. I get where you're going, but let's hold up on that. I got a reason. It's a hell of a lot more than a tooth infection. Wow. They're playing really, really good. I wish I had a way of seeing that. I know I wish they would make the next gen a lot more of the next gen stats, the games available to us. Oh, I heard a dink. What did that little beep mean?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's shagalicious.
Oh gosh. Guy.
Hey, can you turn your mic down just a little bit?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. You were just a little loud there, bud.
How about now?
It's better. I can handle that.
1 second. I could do even better than this. 1 second. How about now?
That's better. That's good. That's good.
All right. No, I have a good mic. That means.
Yeah. No. It's just yeah. It's like mine. Well, I've got my soundboard, but are you plugged directly into
Yeah.
your
No, I
computer?
have it. I'm plugged in. I just had to adjust it.
Yeah.
I don't use it as much nowadays. So although I've always been thinking about starting my own podcast. Just not really gonna do the advertisement and stuff. I'll put it out. People listen. They listen. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. You know what I mean?
Well, you can always invite me. I'll always come on and talk to you hockey anytime, man.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. We got to talk. We got to one time just talk in general hockey. Forget about Blues Rangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we can anytime, man. I'm telling you what, man. We talked about this during that Blues Ranger game.
Yeah.
How different the Blues looked in one game.
Crazy.
And it's continuing. You watch tonight. They've been in the zone.
I finished my college work. I kept track a little bit with the games.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this game. I know you guys are facing like a goalie for his first time this season. So in a way, like you're gonna get some through. But they're playing. So it's so hard to play against a team that is after the puck, that's hustling. It's so hard. I know that the Rangers this year have failed against teams like the Kraken for simply just being out hustled.
Oh, that was out. That went out. I think that went out. I know the linesman said it didn't, but it sure looked like it did. The Blues are, and this is Montgomery. The difference here. And I go back. There was I know you don't. I don't know if you have the Athletic or not, but Jeremy
sometimes
of the Athletic had to put a mailbag out, and there were like 4 or 5 questions about Monty coming in and Bannister, getting a raw deal.
Yeah.
But to me, the last couple of games, it's like he just didn't want. He gave up, right? He gave up, and when Bushnevich comes out, and Bushnevich is not a guy that goes out in the media, right?
Never. He's not a guy like that. No.
And he comes out in the media and says, "We don't practice the offense, and you're not going to win games 1-0, 2-1."
I'm curious, deeply if if Buchnevich going out there was actually something he was asked to do by other players. Meaning, it may not have been a frustration thing.
It was a frustration thing. It may
not have been not for Buchnevich. Meaning, it may not have been Buchnevich necessarily. I think it was more of a team thing, a team frustration in which they want to push the offense. Nowadays, the league is about offense, and Hefner. I'm telling you this much: if it would be a Schragi versus Bensing battle of mediocre teams, Guy would win that one for a mediocre team. The Rangers have gone much farther in the past couple years, and the mediocre has just started this season pretty much. Basically, all the negatives that we have discussed in the past couple years have gone on steroids and have decided to show out in the worst of ways. Everyone knows that Trouba was traded. You want my secret to that? Trouba is a scapegoat. I hate it. I hated what he does. That. He's not that great. He hasn't been producing. He's not a bad player, though. He's really not. That's why you got back a value for him. You know what I mean? Because there's actually something worth there, and really you dumped him for the cap. But in a sense, you didn't pay him that money because you believe that he sucks. No, you paid him that money because he's actually a value. He led the Ducks in his first game on time of ice, led him in a lot of stats last night. You have to realize that he's not a fit for the team. The Rangers are trying to find themselves, and they're not, and they're going to have to put it together. Because just remember, we knew this is coming. I'm just telling you. If you listen to when I had my Rangers podcast, we already discussed on it how there's a very short window till we're already up to our rebuild. So that's coming.
Yeah.
There's even rumors of a bunch of guys being told like play or get out.
In today's NHL, it's gotten to a point. I'm sorry, I'm watching the game too, so don't.
Yeah, me too. I'm like going back and forth. Yeah.
So in today's NHL, it is, unfortunately, there are too many teams that the name on the back is more important than the name on the front.
Right.
But at the same time, the reason it is like that is the money that's been in, and when you put that money in there, you pay these guys like that, that it happens. I think that the problem that you see in some of these teams that spend the money, that really spend this money, that they don't understand that Edmonton is such a perfect example of this. Looks like Blues are going on a power play.
I don't think they looked too happy about it though.
All right. You're in today's NHL, you can't. This guy's good. This guy's good. This guy's good. I'm just going to pay him and put him. It doesn't work that way. They have to be. You have to also be a system guy. You have to be a guy that fits in that system, right?
Well, 1 second. So, Guy, I think it's important for people for you to expound on that, because when you talk about a system guy, between me and you, that's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. You know what I mean? Because a system guy, you have to realize I don't think people realize what a system is. There's a lot of different hockey systems. So people have to understand that there's more to hockey systems than just what meets the eye. There's style of play. And it's harder to tell in hockey style of play because it's not, if you're just a regular hockey fan, you just see them going up and down the ice.
Hockey, maybe second is basketball. Basketball is probably the closest. chemistry is so important. Lines have to work together, right? The guys that are on a line really, really have to work together. They have to understand how they're playing, how each one's playing, where the other guy's going to play, what kind of style he plays. Is he a passer? Is he a shooter? Is he a checker? Is he a back? Is he going to be more around the puck? Is he a puck handler? All that stuff matters, and it matters greatly. And with some of that happening, when you get 3 or 4 guys, and you get guys, and another example of this is Toronto. Toronto put all these guys out there, but they don't complement each other. And you have to have guys that complement each other. And not only that, you have to have guys that complement the way that the coach wants to play. Right? Beginning of season, did you pick you did pick the Notes to make the playoffs, so I give you credit for that. No, I still think the Notes are going to make now they've got a long road to go, but they have the talent, and that's the one that pisses me off is when guys say they don't have the talent on this team. They do have the talent on this team. Right. But they've had a series of defensive coaches. Now look, when in 19 when Berube came in, they were more of a defensive team. They had offensive guys, but they were more of a defensive team. That's why that system worked. Right?
Right.
But as guys left and guys came in, the guys that came in were offensive players, not defensive players. And you kept preaching a defensive system to offensive players, i.e. Kyrou. And it didn't work. Well, when Bannister came in last year, the guys took a sigh of relief, and he started playing an offensive system. And it started working. Well, they missed the playoffs, right? Well, part of that reason was they were way behind the 8 ball to begin with. Right?
Right.
But they missed the playoffs. So missing the playoffs in Bannister's mind is the offensive system didn't work. So I got to go back to the defensive system. And these guys are thinking they're coming in with an offensive system. And I saw it. I was at 3 or 4 of the practices. The first practices of the preseason, right? I was there, and I saw this. You could see the guys were trying to play offensive styles, and it was being pulled back, right? Right. And you saw it in the preseason games, it being pulled back, and that's why they were losing games in the preseason.
Well, this is the part that I was referring to when I discussed style of play, and that is the it's almost like 4 different parts of hockey. There's the forecheck, there's the front of the net, there's the rotations, the cycling. So you have the cycling rotations, the forecheck, and you have the dumping the puck. Those are like the 4 main areas when it comes to style of hockey. Okay, you're going to have the team that's looking to dump and chase. Okay, you have to have a fast team. You got to have a team with physicality, willing to fight on the boards. You have the front of the net team. You have the team that wants to be big, that wants to basically get shots to the net, and they're going to have the guys in the front who are great at deflections, screens, and things like that. You have the rotations, the passers, right? You have the teams that pass, and they'll find the right shot, like the classic Capital teams. And then you have the what's the last one? The forecheckers. You have the Panthers. You have the teams that are going to basically just want to forecheck on you and just completely tire you out. Those are the 4 styles of hockey I think that you're going to really find, and everyone to a degree has a combination of all those 4 things. You have to have those 4 things. Again, everyone has their part that they push more. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The part that I find that has to be in all of them is hustle. Okay. And if you don't have hustle, your team is garbage. Okay. And I see that in the Rangers this year, the hustle is not there. And if you look at the Blues, the biggest turnaround of the team, and you're going to agree with me, Guy, is the chippiness and the hustle. And it's not the style of play necessarily. It's the fact that they're hustling and they're playing for their coach.
Looks like the Blues are going. Are the Blues going on a power play? Or
Yeah,
they are. Steven says it's like this baseball team's trying to sign every all-star out there. You can spend money, as much money as you want. If you have no chemistry, you won't win. And exactly. And I agree with that.
I don't know if baseball is the great example. I think it's more of an example of basketball.
Yeah. But see, in basketball, you can get away on talent alone.
Right.
You can get away on talent alone. With 5 guys out there in the area that they have, you can get away. And it's obvious, when they had, with LeBron going to Miami, right? With Dwayne Wade and that, they just had superstars, right? You only have 12 guys on a basketball team, right? You dress 12 guys. So, come on, we need a power play goal. Come on, Thomas. Nice save. Nice save there, Brian.
Do you find that Neighbors has grown more under the new coach under Montgomery?
Neighbors
I think he's a guy that is changing his game a little bit.
Neighbors has, Holloway has, Kyrou has.
Holloway is such a pleasant surprise. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I think in the long run, Holloway is going to be the bigger asset of those off machines than Boberg. Even though Boberg got more money, I think in the long term, Holloway's going to be that. There we go. (3-1) Blues. Kyrou, and this is what we were talking about. That now the power play is starting to click a little bit because the guys are focused on it.
That was a gorgeous year. You almost don't even realize this. So I don't know if everyone's watching, but I hope you are. But if you watch that, so you have the man at the point who basically went to the man on the winger on the right, who immediately passed across ice, which was pass number 1 that you have to make. Pass number 2 is Kyrou sent it back the other way. So basically, the goalie, he drove in, and instead of passing it to the man in the center, so he sends it back to Kyrou for the one-timer, and that's a wide open net there for the back and forth.
Yeah, you're. I don't know if your internet's having struggles, man, but you're cutting in and out.
I'm cutting in and out. That's weird. My internet's perfect. Am I still cutting in and out?
Yeah, you're still cutting in and out.
1 second, let me. I'm gonna work on this 1 second.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Ooh, there blew a tire there.
Let me get this up.
Bolduc is starting to come through. There's a chance if Bolduc, and it's a week. No, you're still doing it. You're still cutting in and out. It sounds like a McDonald's drive-through. Yeah, I'm with you. If Bolduc can start using that skill he's got, he can start getting himself. I think Bolduc could get himself in the Rookie of the Year conversation, but he's got to really. It's really got to change.
It's going to be hard to do that. It's going to be hard to do that.
You still sound like McDonald's drive-through.
So weird. Let me go out.
Yeah. Oh, Blues are going on the penalty kill. Oh, there's your makeup call. There's your Tim Peel. I mean, I get it. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, let's see what the penalty kill can do. Dun, dun, dun.
How are we doing now?
Oh, better. Yeah, much better.
Okay, so that's so funny. I think all that happened was I had too many tabs open.
No, yeah.
I'm keeping track of like all the NHL scores at the same time as watching the game, and at the same time,
there's only 2 games going right now, right?
no, there's a bunch.
Oh, okay.
So you have on the NHL scoreboard, you have the Panthers down 1-0 in the second period to the Kraken.
Okay.
We got, of course, the Blues game 3-1. You have the Oilers up 2-1 on the Lightning. Draisaitl and McDavid with the goals.
That game's just about over. There's only 8 seconds left there.
Yeah, so that's the Oilers 2-1 victory with goals by McDavid and Draisaitl of all people, right? Shockers.
Nice hit! Nice hit by Buchnevich without a stick.
It's funny.
He must have a broken stick.
There was a moment in the Islanders game today.
Hoffer doesn't have a stick. He can't pick that up. Don't pick that up, Hoffer. Oh, I think he's going to get a penalty. Nope, they didn't call it.
There was a moment in the.
That's 3-3 or 3-1, 3-2. They score on the power play.
There was a moment in the Islander game today.
Yeah.
That Romanov had a clean hit on. Let me remember who it was. Maybe I think it was Laferriere. He had a clean hit, and the guy that passed it to Laferriere pretty much gave him a hospital pass. And the guy that got it, that sent the hospital pass, he started up with Romanov, and the announcer went like, and Romanov didn't fight, and the announcer was so happy. He's like, dude, there's so many good hits nowadays. And then someone just comes over to fight you, to stand up. Meanwhile, you should be saying to that person, like, hey, dude, don't send the hospital pass.
Yeah, too much chaos.
Yeah, like there's guys nowadays looking to just start up, and they don't even have, like, good reason. It's so stupid, those fights, because there's no rivalry in that. That
was Hoffer almost had it put it back in his own net.
Oh, like Shesterkin did that. Shesterkin did that a couple nights ago.
He passed it to Fosca, and Fosca was right in front of the net with two. How
about DeBrusk looking how good he's looked? DeBrusk has been good. Yeah. It's been for them a pleasant awakening. Now you got to see. Now this is where you got to see if the Blues, how are they going to come out for this third period? Are you going to let that go get to you? You're going to wake up.
I mean, they're still playing. I don't feel like. I mean, that was a makeup call, and you know it is what it is. But I don't feel like they're not playing. I still see them. They're still all over the puck, and you know, you keep being on the puck, you're going to end up with another penalty. I mean, you're going to end up on another power play, and if. Oh, Kessel just killed the guy.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, Coyotes just tied the game 2-2.
They did?
Yep. You have goals in this game by Kaprizov of all people, who's been so far the Hart Trophy this year.
Oh yeah. Who did you say tied it 2-2? The Coyotes?
Yeah.
There's no Coyotes.
Oh, I will not call them the hockey club.
The Utah Hockey Club.
I'm sorry. The same way as I really wouldn't call them the Commanders.
I like the Commanders. I thought the Commanders was a good name.
It was a good name, but
I don't have a problem with the Commanders.
So it's not my problem with the Commanders name. It's my problem with the fact that I've always grown up Redskins. You understand? Like, I would love if they would add a football team. I would love for it to be called the Commanders, but not taking the Redskins into the Commanders. You understand what I mean? Like, that's my problem.
Well, you see, it doesn't.
Like, that's more of
I think back to basketball. There's another Washington team that changed their name.
Yes.
And no one has a problem with the new name.
Well, that's because the old name sucked.
Well, the old name wasn't that bad. I actually like the old name.
Oh, come on. That sounds like a WNBA team name.
The Washington Bullets? I like that.
Oh, come on.
Right?
Seriously?
I don't know.
Come on, that's a classic. That's a classic. Like
Right.
WNBA or college team name.
Well, weren't the Bullets one of the original
Yes,
ABA
yeah.
teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still
Well, you
sucks.
look at the ABA teams, you had the Spirit, you had the Pacers.
Right.
Who else did
Again,
you have?
all WNBA team names.
All right. So the ABA really had like
Oh wow, Wild just scored again.
they took their names to another level. Yep.
Wild just scored. That game is
They
crazy.
took their names to another, and you think about it. Think about what the WHA did, or the WHL.
We're having goals come in left and right. We got the Panthers just tying with
Yeah.
Seattle, and we have Minnesota taking the 3-2 lead. Wow.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. But
Got a lot
go
of
back.
havoc. You good there?
The Washington Generals.
Oh my gosh.
That's yeah. Those were the ones that played the.
Are you keeping
They
up a
won
little
one
bit?
game. They've won one game in their entire history.
Are you keeping up a
Washington
little bit
Generals-
with the baseball?
They play the Globetrotters.
Oh yeah.
That's the team that plays the Globetrotters.
Whoa.
What?
Okay, that's weird. No, at the same time that there's baseball going on and there's things going on.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
the
a lot
draft, right?
There's trades. No, there's trades going down, signings going down.
Well, they did their draft lottery. I didn't find out.
And guess what? The historically bad White Sox didn't get the first pick.
Well, they couldn't. They were unable to because the White Sox and one other team, I forget what it was, the Raiders, or not the Raiders, the A's, because they get payor money, because they're a lower team, they can only be in the lottery every other year. You can't do it back-to-back years.
Right.
So they were in it both of them were in it last year.
I believe that the worst team that in I think that the worst team in baseball should be able to get the first pick, and after that it's a draft.
No,
No. There's a reason why. Because in the baseball draft,
I like the fact that they pick 6 teams. I like the fact that they pick 6 teams. I would like to see more of a true lottery, right? 1 through 16. True lottery. Not just, lottery it down, right? Keep picking until you have them all picked. Right? I mean, but I would rather see a true lottery. Right? I know that might take like an hour to finally get all the numbers, but I would rather see that. Hefner's watching the Wild game, Shiragi. I just, and I went back to what I was going to say, and I didn't. You look at the WHL, the World Hockey, was it the WHA or WHA, right?
Mm-hmm.
The World Hockey Association, the one where you think about the teams we got from there, right? The Edmonton Oilers, the Capitals, I think, came from there. The Whalers, the Hartford Whalers came from there. Did the Islanders come from there? I mean, I'd have to go back and look.
I don't remember that.
No, the Islanders didn't. No, they may have. I don't know. They may have been expansioning, but when that league combined or folded and those teams came in, that's when you get, Gretzky in the league and that. I think Indianapolis had a team that ended up folding, but he did. That went off Parayko's stick. I seen where someone.
So you missed out on something that happened with 9 seconds left in the Tampa game. So Edmonton was up 2-1.
Yeah.
And Tampa scored with 9 seconds to play.
Yeah.
And they called it off.
Oh, wow. What was it? What was the reason for the disallowed goal? Did they post it yet? Usually,
I'm looking it up. They disallowed it. Let me see why. Oh yeah, goalie interference.
Oh, okay.
High
Usually,
stick actually,
high stick.
which I hate, by the way, that rule.
Yeah. I don't. I think you do need to control your stick, and I think it needs to change to where it needs to be in. For a goal, it's the crossbar. I think it needs to be the shoulders, the armpits.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's got to be that
think
way.
it
I
needs to
also want them to.
But there's
I
a
also believe-
reason. Do you know the reason that it's the crossbar instead of the armpits for a goal?
Why?
Because it's the same size for everybody.
True, but I will tell you this much. I do believe that it really depends on the area of ice.
The New England Whalers, the Quebec Nordiques, and the Winnipeg Jets. Okay, and Winnipeg ended up moving to Phoenix.
You ever played there's a general manager game for like
there's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, so I played a bunch of them.
I tried to like I think you're franchise hockey manager.
No, I use something called XGM.
Send me a link later. Is it like a app or is it more like a computer game?
I have to remember what's it called again. Oh man,
I know because I use Steam to get my games, and they have franchise hockey manager on there. And I've played. My problem with those is I would like to see.
What's it called?
They don't make the gameplay. I mean the actual, when the players are quote unquote on the ice.
Here, I got a few.
It's just numbers moving around. I want to see more of the real play on the ice.
Here,
and that's why I struggle with those games a little.
I just sent you a link right there.
Okay, on.
Yeah, and if you want to have a roster for you, top load.
I don't see it yet. Where did you send it on?
Private chat.
Say again?
On the private chat over here. On
okay. Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Over there. Okay. I was looking on X.
No.
I'll have to look at this.
Yeah, check this out. It's a little bit of a buggy site, meaning it's like could be sometimes a little slow, but it's pretty good. I have a league that I download already. It's pretty fun. You could play in like God mode, in which you could like edit people's stuff and whatever it is. But I play regular. It's pretty legit when it comes to things. There's stats involved that you have to really be able to draft well. You can't just trade. You can get yourself into pretty big holes.
Yeah.
But I've used to be able to generate like ideas when it comes to trades. Like what's the value of players? When I put in Kreider, the value was terrible.
Yeah. I think when it comes to that, and we're at the second intermission here now. We'll get to the stats here in a minute. It's 3-2 Blues. Both teams traded power play goals during that period. For me, when you're making it, like let's look at the trade, the trade that just happened a couple of days ago, right?
High game.
For who?
Utah.
Oh, okay.
Keller second goal.
3-3, yeah.
Yeah.
You look at the Gorgiev Blackwood trade.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that trade.
Right? You're sending Blackwood. I looked at the trade. I mean, Colorado got sent more than they got. Well, if you're doing that, then you're saying that they still felt that Blackwood was under Gorgiev, right? But
they've always been going after Blackwood. So on this, I really was questionable, and I had a friend of mine like really break it down, and he said that Mackenzie Blackwood was basically the smartest target for the Avs because he doesn't get the attention trade wise, and so the asking price is lower. He was like ranked 15th in goals saved above expected since the start of 2023-2024. And he also ranks 15th so far this year. Even if he's slightly above NHL average, that's already a win for them. So,
well, who's going to be the starter there? Is it going to be Blackwood or Wedgwood?
It's going to be Blackwood.
I think it'll end up being Wedgwood.
It's going to be Blackwood. I'll tell you why it's going to be Blackwood. It's going to be Blackwood because Wedgwood has always been the backup. And I asked my friends who's going to be the starter. So basically, he has 30 regular season game clause, and he has to win 25 games pretty much. And the easiest two of the conditions are Blackwood starts at least 30 games and winning at least 25 for the rest of the season, because you'll never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. So,
he doesn't start 30. He doesn't start 30 and win 25.
He's going to start a lot. He's going to start a lot of games. By the way, on December 6th,
Wedgwood won today. Wedgwood's actually got.
You missed the best part of the trade. On December 6th, 1995, Colorado traded Andrei Kovalenko as a trade for the number one goalie for a new number one goalie for themselves. And exactly 29 years and 3 days later, Colorado traded Nikolai Kovalenko, his son, as part of the trade for their new goalie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is kind of cool.
That's something you'd like. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I honestly think that when you talk about trade value, you have to look at, like, here. Let's go back, and I'm probably like the only person that, because everyone, when we talked about the Gaudreau to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
No one wants to project Gaudreau out. You project Gaudreau out, and he's 1,000-point guy, right? Easily 1,000-point guy.
Right.
At 1,000 points.
What do you mean? He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
At 1,000 points, he's in the Hall, right?
No, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame simply because of the situation.
I don't think so.
I think so.
But when I brought guys up, no one wants to project him out. They look at his career up to that point and stop. But when you have when you're trading, you're always projecting out. You're looking at Georgiev going, well, he's better than his numbers. He's better than his numbers.
He's not.
And you look at Blackwood and you go, he's not better than his numbers. So that's why they got more for Georgiev than I think they should have. I actually think that Colorado should have had to give up more. I got to look. Let me see if I can find this trade. I saw it on X from somebody. Let me see if I can pull one of my things up and pull one of the guys that I know. I'm not sure if I've got him set up here. Here we go. I'm pulling up Brzezinski here, but I don't know how. I mean, that trade was a couple days back, so he posts a lot, so it might be hard for me to find it. I had just seen it somewhere.
Oh my gosh! You want to know the Rangers' record in their last 10 games? Rangers are 2-8 in their last 10 games with 2.5 goals per game. And a goal differential of -15, shot difference of -28. Oh my gosh!
The Rangers have a disconnect somewhere. When you have a team that good playing that bad, there's a disconnect.
Do you think it's coaching or the players?
In the Rangers case, I think it's the players.
You know, it's sadly. You want to know what I think it is?
Yeah.
There's no captain. And Trouba was not a good enough captain. And that's one of the reasons why they didn't even think of captain.
Well, that puts it on the players.
That's right. I think there's no leadership on this team. And the leaders, Kreider, Zibanejad, are losing their time.
All I'm finding from him is Rangers stuff. I can't find this trade.
What are you looking for? Maybe I'll find a few.
The Colorado trade, the Georgiev trade.
Yeah. Should I tell you the trade?
Huh?
I'll tell you the trade.
I want to know the whole trade. What the whole trade was.
The whole trade is the San Jose gets Georgiev, Kovalenko, a second rounder, and a fifth rounder. the second rounders in next year, and the 2 years, and the fifth rounders next year.
Mhm.
The Avs get Mackenzie Blackwood, Giovanni Smith, who's a very good prospect, and a fifth round pick in 2027. Colorado's retaining around 14% of Georgiev's contract, so 3.4 million AAV salary, which is $476,000. Yeah, that's the full deal.
Okay.
The conditions for Colorado's 2025 fifth round selection is Colorado will instead transfer the worst of their current fourth round selections in 2025. Colorado owns Vancouver selection, whatever it is, if at least two conditions are met. Colorado has to advance to the third round of the NHL playoffs this year, and Blackwood has to win 25 regular season games from the date of the trade until the end of the regular season. If that happens, then the condition is applied. As well, Blackwood has to start 30 NHL regular season games from the date of the trade to the end of the regular season.
Oh, yeah, so they are. Well, see, that right there told me a lot of times that when conditions like that are set, they make sure the condition doesn't get met.
Yeah, so it may not get met, but they're not going to not start him those games.
Yeah. Why can I not find this trade?
Can I give you the place to find it?
Oh,
You
here
want
it
to
is,
look on Twitter?
No,
I can send you it on Twitter.
Okay. I got it from the Colorado one. Gorgiev and Korpolenko.
If you're looking for the trade, by the way, there's Hockey Joseph 10.
Hockey what?
At Hockey Joseph 10.
Okay. Okay, I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair trade.
It's a great trade.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this trade. I like that trade.
The biggest part of the trade. I think the biggest part of the trade.
Yeah.
Is the fact that in the trade you're getting oh wow, are you kidding me? It's a 4-3 Utah, or the club, the Coyotes in my books. Yeah, so the biggest part of the trade is the fact that San Jose is getting back a goalie who's got a lot of experience and has had high upside while being on a very good team, which is very helpful for a young team. And they weren't using Blackwood so much, and I think they're going to have Askarov as their starter.
I could see that. I mean, Askarov needs the time.
Right, so that's why you got Georgiev.
Have a chip on his shoulder the size of freaking Russia.
You know what? It's going to be pretty awesome when he actually hits the league.
He should have a I think at some point it's going to play through, but that guy should have a chip on his shoulder the size of Russia. He has.
Yeah.
He got screwed. He has been screwed over more than any player. Game's back on, by the way.
Oh yeah. Hey.
They're playing a little sluggish right now. I'm seeing that.
I was about to say they're coming out a little bit not. Yeah.
But I think once. If
By the way, do you ever play hockey?
I've tried. I'm not very good.
No, even as a kid, did you play hockey?
No, I wasn't allowed to. Just street hockey.
I know in camp, between periods, a lot of the time is not spent. People would think you go in the locker room, you're getting pumped up and stuff. A lot of guys are just getting
dismissed. Wow, Demko, great save there. Oh, they are playing really. They are on. Oh, Bolduc's flip. No, Holloway slip.
I think that was easy save.
Yeah, it's Holloway's 81.
He should have passed the puck.
Askarov should be playing with a huge chip on his shoulder. And if he does, he's going to be the goalie that everybody thought he was.
I think Askarov is not going to play as many years as people think. I think he's had a certain amount where he's taking time to develop.
He's only 23, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's starting in the league consistently. I don't think he's starting consistently in the league until 26.
I think he's only 23.
Yeah.
Right? He's 22.
Yeah, he's not
starting.
He's not going to be consistently starting this year or next year. Maybe the year after. So he'll be 25. I don't think the Sharks.
And
will
that's
be good
actually not a bad time. That's not a bad time.
No, but I don't think the Sharks are good till he's 27.
Hold on a sec.
He'll be in the league for 8 years. 9 years. Hey, look, you know what? All you need is to be like the king. You still make the Hall of Fame. You just don't get that championship.
They don't even have. They didn't have him as a backup. They've got Vitek, so I think they sent him down.
Yeah, he's always been down. They want him to start.
No, Askarov started a game because he played against the Blues.
Because he started the beginning of the season because I think they had injuries.
Right? No, because he just played against the Blues not too long ago.
He made one start this season.
Yeah. And that wasn't too long. I don't know where he's at right now. He's not listed on the roster report at all. So
you have to find out if he's in which team he's in right now.
I would have to go to, what do you call it? Oh, what's that?
Who do you have right now? Who do you have winning the cup right now?
I don't. I think that
no one's winning the cup this year. No one's winning the cup this year. Nobody's winning the cup this year.
No, I think it's. There's still a lot of things that.
As of now, I'm not asking for a knowledgeable. I'm not asking for this.
I think Winnipeg has a very good shot, though they're starting to show some cracks.
That's my team to beat, in my opinion.
I think Dallas is a really strong team. Minnesota, I think, has still some cracks. And on the East, I don't see anybody from the East like killing it and making me think that they're going to be that team yet. So I honestly don't know from the East, but I do think that early I'm looking at Winnipeg and going, yeah, they could be the guy. But again, they're starting to show some cracks in how they use Hellebuyck. What's going to be real? The reason that I can't really say that or be confident or feel like, yes, you've got Askarov is listed as a non-rostered goaltender, so he's probably down in the minors right now.
Ooh,
he's probably in the minors.
Wow. These things are coming up like wildfire.
So, because of the draft now. Once the draft was set,
there's trades going down left and right and signings.
Oh, for baseball, stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. Once the league year officially opened today with the draft lottery.
Yeah, so the draft lottery, and then once the draft lottery and everyone knows their position, everyone starts making trades.
But they can't. You can't trade draft picks.
You could.
No, you can't. You cannot trade draft picks in MLB.
No.
You change that rule. You can't change draft picks.
Yeah, but there is a way to do it. There's draft picks that have been traded.
Well, you can't. Prior to the draft, you can't trade draft picks. As far as I understand, I don't think, unless they've changed the rule in MLB, you cannot change draft picks. Who's the Rangers captain, or you do not have one right now?
The Rangers do not have a captain. And in my opinion, you don't have a captain on this roster.
Yeah. I think because of the Four Nations tournament.
By the way, okay, so you're allowed to trade. Okay, so basically, you could trade draft picks, but only under like specific things and restrictions. So basically, there's the MLB teams are allowed to trade competitive balanced draft picks, which are given to teams in like smaller markets or lower revenues. And
do you also get them for free agent signings?
Right, and those picks happen in rounds A or B,
you can trade compensatory picks, right?
Right. So these are only draft picks that can be traded. These picks could be traded like during the regular season, the off season, but not once the draft starts. And And regular draft picks outside of that can't be traded, and teams can't trade future draft picks beyond this year's draft. The limiting trading system is different than other leagues, right? So the MLB system basically wants to create a balance that team shouldn't be able to mortgage their futures. So basically, even though you might be able to like tank and get yourself a good pick, they don't want that you should be starting to they don't want people to make tanking valuable, which is so smart. I think it's going to become a thing in other sports as well.
Kako for captain. I don't think Kako's going to make the year.
No. Kako's going to get traded.
Yeah. I think
the guy,
if anybody's going to be your captain, it's going to be Lafayette. Okay,
so do you want? I don't know if it's breaking news for you, but do you want some insider stuff?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Rangers are looking to possibly trade Adam Fox.
That makes absolutely no effing sense.
Yeah. So I saw reports today from pretty good people that said that the Rangers are looking to shake up their core and possibly, depending on what the get back is, looking to possibly trade Adam Fox.
What would you want for him? I mean, what?
Brady Tkachuk.
Oh, I did see something about that with the Senators.
So I could get in trouble for this because I mentioned Brady Tkachuk, but basically, here's what I imagine.
I saw something on his page about it. I saw something.
Right, so I imagine that the Rangers are interested in using, if they would trade Fox, it would be to get back a haul of players.
Doesn't Fox have an NTC?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm going to check that right now.
I'm thinking Fox has got an NTC. He'd have to have an NTC, right?
Yeah, it does have it has a no move clause that's active for the first 4 years, starting June 1st of it turns into a limited no trade clause, which is he has a 16 team no trade list. So as of December 11th, interesting. Yeah. Fox's full no trade clause remains in effect until May 31st next year. After that date, the limited one will take place. So he would have to agree to whatever deal they do.
Yeah.
I think in a certain way, I don't know why.
60. Yeah. So in 27-28, he has a 16 team no trade list.
Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. In my opinion, Adam Fox is not being traded, but it's being thrown out there simply to entice teams to see what people will offer.
But it doesn't say that. Here's the thing: it doesn't say that he doesn't have a this season. It doesn't say that he has the no.
That it is in effect. He has no trade clause this season.
Because it doesn't say. Because I'm looking at Wikipedia, and it doesn't have the thing in front of his name saying that he has the.
Because he has a no move thing. It's NMC, not a.
But
he has
it for next season, but it doesn't show he has it for this season. He may not have it for this season.
Tie game Wild and Utah at 4.
Wow.
Marco Rossi has a goal. 6 shots on goal for Matt Boldy.
Wow.
And 4 penalty minutes.
The 4-season tournament or the 4-nation tournament is why I can't really go and pick a Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah.
Because that's going to affect so many teams.
Okay, but like in a certain way, I feel like
real important penalty kill coming up here. Real important penalty kill. I think the teams especially the teams that have more players on that are. Oh yeah, that's an absolute penalty. I don't know. I feel like I don't know, Frank. I don't think so. I think this penalty kill is really, really important.
Yeah, I just did something pretty smart. Okay, I
what?
Like this. I did a split screen of us and the chat and the game.
Mm.
So here's a point that people should know. The Rangers are open for business with anyone on the team. The only player I think that's completely off limits is Panarin. And that is because he'll be
I would say Shigerskin's off limits.
Shesterkin is off limits for other reasons, but we're talking about forwards and defensemen. You know what I mean?
I think Lafayette would be off limits.
Lafreniere?
Well, how old is he? 27?
Nah,
26?
he's young. He's young, but he's not off limits. He's not off limits. If you could get backwards, it really depends on what you're getting back. Oh, phew. Okay. My undefeated hockey team. Oh, baby. So I'm trying to figure out. I have
Lafayette's 23. He's off limits. You're not trading a 23-year-old first overall pick. You're not trading him. Suter's got a broken stick.
He's also been pretty good.
That puck fluttered. He's lost it. He's done that a couple of times.
I feel like I mentioned this once every time we're on. No Blues fan should ever complain about your goalie situation. Okay.
No, we have a great goalie situation.
No, nobody. I don't want to hear ever on this thing. You remember last year, people were talking the bull.
Oh yeah,
of Bennington being traded. Oh, be quiet. Look at this. Look at this goalie. Look at this goaltending right here.
Yeah. So this season he does not have a no movement clause.
Oh, he doesn't. So that's why they're probably that could be the reason why they're trying to trade him.
It kicks in next season, so he doesn't have it. But his $9.5 million cap hit.
Nobody's thinking about that. No one's looking at that. Okay, when you have a guy like Adam Fox on the board for trade, people are running.
Right.
Okay, the team that again, a team like the Senators. You say, hey, Adam Fox for Brady Tkachuk. You know, I don't know how much people are. I wouldn't do that.
He's got a real team friendly contract on the back end. Correct. So for 26, 27, 27, 28, his base salary is only $1 million, right? And in his last year, it's only $2.5 million. Now it's AAV still 9.5, but that money wise, that could be something because a buyout there. If you got to a point where you might wanted to buy it out, you're not paying that much. You're not paying that much, and you're saving a lot when it comes to the cap. Right?
Guy, I'm gonna pause from watching the Blues game.
Okay.
To watch the Wild overtime.
Yeah, go ahead.
While we're doing this, so actually, I'm gonna see if I can get. You know what? I'm gonna see if I could. Make a triple split screen. Is there a way for me to do this? How do I do this?
9 minutes to go. 3-2 Blues. Shots are 21-18 in favor of St. Louis. High and out of play.
Do you think they're going to add on a couple of minutes to overtime in the future?
Say again?
You think they're going to add on a couple more minutes to overtime?
I hope so. I always felt like it should be 10 minutes.
I don't know about 10. I was a fan of 8 minutes.
No, I think it should be 10. I think it should be half of a full period.
3 on 3 or 4? 3 on 3, or are we going to move it to 4 on 4?
I would go 4 on 4 for 10 minutes. I wouldn't go 5 on 5 because I like the extra space, but I want to see more than just 4 or 5 guys on the ice. Because that's all you're really seeing, right?
Right.
Even if it goes to full 5 minutes, only your top guys are playing, right?
And then I guess in a penalty situation, you get an extra man, so it'll be 5 on 4.
5 on 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would,
yeah. Unless you go to 4 on 3.
I would absolutely rather see that. I think that would be, and yeah, that's actually that's pretty interesting. I kind of I don't know when they started doing the ice scrape, right?
I don't
But how
believe in that. I don't
ice
believe in
scrape
that.
really help?
So I skated before. It really does help, especially if you got deep cuts in the ice, because your skating gets affected, especially if you're trying to go downhill.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, but you've got deep cuts in the ice, the scrape isn't gonna.
it does, because they
Really?
fill them nowadays.
Sometimes they fill them. They don't
No,
completely.
they do.
Fill.
They do. They fill them. If there's a deep cut, the players will motion out to them.
Okay.
I saw a goalie once,
Mhm.
pretty much like tell him that like he's like what's it called? He was like sitting in the goal while they were putting in the ice the stuff, and he like at a certain point like motioned him to like stop.
Yeah.
By the way,
Shattenkirk retired today.
a team like the
Former
Wild.
Ranger, former Blue.
Who?
Shattenkirk.
Oh boy. Former Duck.
Huh?
Former Duck.
Duck. He played like 6 teams, I think.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I liked him.
Yeah.
Solid defenseman.
He played most of his career in St. Louis.
Yes. Yeah.
So he played 7 of his 14 years in St. Louis.
I think the Wild are a team that are going to go out there to look for another player.
I could see that. I don't know which way they're going to look, but
I think that interesting enough that's a team I could see looking to try to maybe get Kreider.
I could see. I told you after the game I'm going to go get it. I told her that. Yeah, I never got to meet him, but I have heard he's a pretty nice guy. I just lost my place. What were we talking about?
No, so we were talking about the Wild.
Oh, see the Wild. Now that's a team I could see going after Fox.
Well, the thing is, I don't know. They have a good no, because they have a good core at defense, Bergeron and etc. I think that's a team that would want depth scoring. I think a Kreider is something that they would want.
Yeah, maybe, but you look at so
we have a shootout going on.
To get Fox, you have to give up. You're going to give up a superstar.
Yeah,
right.
So, but there's no one in that team I could see them giving up.
Well, I mean, the guy it would have to be would be Kaprizov.
Yeah, but they're not giving up Kaprizov. He's the Hart Trophy this year, so there goes that. Did you see that the Boston lost 8-1 today?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh wow, yeah, Jets beat them. Yeah, 8-1. I probably mentioned it earlier, but
that's bad.
Yeah,
and that's to lose 8-1, and Colorado won 6-2.
Yeah, with Wedgwood.
Yeah,
Blackwood was sick.
Sick and tired. Never mind. So we have a shootout going on in Minnesota.
How long is Seguin out?
Out for the year.
Out for the year?
Yeah.
I thought the Rangers were going to be a cup team this year. I really did.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: they're only they're 2 games above 500. It's not like they're. How far out of a playoff spot are they? Are they even out of a playoff spot?
They're not out of a play. I think they're 1 game out of a playoff spot or something like that. I don't look at that.
They're a point out of a playoff spot with 2 games in hand on the Flyers. So, I mean, all of this.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's how bad numbers look.
To me, it's like.
Okay, so you want to know? Let me tell you this. Okay, you want to know how it is. Here's how it is. The Rangers, when it comes forward, that means that their offense is first in expected goals, 5-5. They are 6th in expected goals for 5-5 rush. They are first in expected goals, 5-5 in the offensive zone. They are 2nd in expected goals for power plays of 5-4. Against, They are 31st in expected goals against 5-5. They are 31st in expected goals against 5-5 rush. They are 26th in expected goals against 5-5 zone, in the defensive zone, and 29th in expected goals against in penalty kill. There is your explanation.
Are they in the Metropolitan or the Atlantic?
They're in the Metropolitan.
Okay. Well, in the Metro, they're a good way behind third. Carolina's got played 28 games with 37 points. Rangers have a game in hand at 29 points. So, they're 8 points back.
After the Yankees lost the World Series, I said to myself, hey, look, we got the Rangers. We'll get that together. You got the Knicks. Islanders maybe could put something together. And then, Dallas is looking for someone. That's a team that maybe wants Kreider. Again, what are you getting back for Kreider is the question,
You're getting picks. I think you're getting picks.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing with the Rangers, right? They're in a win now mode, and if they're talking about trading some of these guys,
I think it's a pressure also. It's a pressure on the guy to try to make them.
But they're wanting talent back for talent, and that doesn't happen in the NHL that often.
That's not true. You want to prove otherwise?
Not during the season. Maybe during the season.
I have exactly a case for you.
What?
I'm surprised you haven't thought about it.
You're talking during the season.
Yes.
Not during the off season, during the season. Talent for talent trade.
Yes, talent for talent trade.
Well, you could go Gorgiev for Blackwood or
no, that's not talent for talent. That's talent for prospect. Sort of.
But there were a lot of picks in that.
Correct, but that's not talent for talent. That's not. It's not that. Oh, come on! You get this in seconds.
Who?
You. Oh,
you thinking the Tarasenko trade to the Rangers?
I'll give you one example. I'll give you one hint. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
I don't remember dates that well, so.
Come on, you know this. Callahan for St. Louis.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. That was a long time ago. So
yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think the Rangers are looking to do.
It happens, but it's rare.
It's as rare as you think it is. There's a lot of teams out there that would love a guy like Kreider, who is amazing at deflecting and who's in front of the net is one of the best out there. And the Rangers are not looking for that guy. They're probably looking for more of a better facilitator. Oh, Minnesota won. So we can go back to the Blues game now.
Minnesota in OT in the shootout.
I'm not a fan of this shootout. I'm really not. It doesn't prove that
you're I do like the shootout. I do like the shootout. It doesn't prove
you're the better team. It proves that you have some guys who could put a goal in the net.
I tell you what I would like to see the shootout do. Go to 5 rounds instead of 3.
I hear that.
Right?
I like that.
At that point, and then the way the round should be set up, I think it should be.
What happened with Fox?
First, I think that the way it should be, you instead of you choosing guys for your shootout, it should be your lineup card. You go your top line. You can pick any 3 of your top line, and then your next 2, your 4 and 5 are your top 2 defensemen. And then if it goes over, it's the same. It's that same order. So you go line defenseman, line defenseman, line defenseman.
I don't know if I'm not a fan of that. I think I'm more of a fan of you having to give in before your order of who's going to be there.
I think they do that now.
I don't think so. I think you could just put out whoever you want.
Foster to the locker room in a lot of pain. I don't know what happened. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, he looked really awkward on that. I need to win this week, my fantasy thing, my team, so I could go to 10-0.
I'm dying in my fantasy league. I probably won't even make the playoffs this year.
I got to take a look at your team.
And I don't have any. I don't have picks either. So I don't have any picks for this season.
Man, guy, what do you do?
5:05 left.
What did you do that messed you over?
What?
What did you do to mess yourself over?
Well, first of all, I think that, with our league, a lot, unless you're getting one of the guys in top, he pulled a groin. Unless you're getting the guys in the top, the top 3 or 4 guys, they're not going to play right away. And our league, since it's a keeper league, I just don't see. I know there's some value in those guys,
Right.
but that like the guy that I've got Lafayette from the Kings, right, and he's kind of helping out right now. But you need to get the guys you need the middle age. You need the 25 to 30-year-olds, in my league to win, and that's where I don't have those, and I don't put as much stock in the draft. Like in the league, I'd never made a draft pick. I've always traded my draft picks for players. Right? I mistakenly traded one of my first round picks. No, I traded.
Maybe sell off some of your players for drafts.
No, I don't. I'm not ready to do it because the guys that here's the thing in my league right now, because it's so top heavy, I refuse to trade my guys to the top end. Right? If I'm trading my guys, it'll be the lower end guys. And they're not willing to give up draft picks. So I don't want to make the guys at top better.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do that.
Nah, because and I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into the politics of my league on this because that's not the right place.
Okay.
But the guys at the bottom need so much help. It's not even funny. Like, see,
so you guys should be making trades between each other.
The problem with my league is we have 30 teams. We have 32 teams.
Who's your best player?
What?
Who's your best player?
My best player? Thomas or Bennington.
I would trade.
Maybe Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Can't trade Bennington.
I would trade Hopkins all day.
All right.
I would trade Hopkins. I could get back 2 solid pieces for him.
I could probably get 3 or 4, but
yeah, I would do that. No. You want my advice? Trade Hopkins. You got to stop this circulation.
Oh, that almost went in.
They have too much time in the zone. Get it out.
Blues need to win this one.
Well,
wow, only one person watching. That might be you, Shag. I think everybody went away. It's also what, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock where you are? What time is it where you are?
Yeah, so it's around
12:30, right?
12:30 by me.
Yeah, so it's 11:30 in the Lou, so I get it.
Yeah, everyone went to sleep, I guess. Well, the kids are sleeping for now.
Yeah, he did not give up on that. As long as he keeps doing that. That's the thing that's different. When they didn't have the puck in the offensive zone, they pulled out. They went into that defensive mindset, and now they're not. They're still chasing after the puck, even when they don't have it. Oh, Shocky's still here, so Shocky's the only one watching. Thanks, Chris. All right. I thought St. Louis played his entire career in Tampa Bay for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you get traded to?
Who?
St. Louis.
The Rangers.
Rangers? How long did he play for the Rangers?
Oh, a little while. Not so long.
Well, like half a season? Was it like his before
he
retired?
I think it was like 2 years, something like that.
Hard to believe St. Louis never got drafted. That's that old, he doesn't have the size, so nothing else. That's enough for us not to draft him. And oh shit, well, tie game. Boo! I don't have the boo anymore. This one could go to OT. I didn't think it would, but
I think you got to make custom GIFs.
I don't think he was part of the finals team in New York, was he?
What?
Did he? He didn't win a cup in New York, did he? No, that wouldn't.
No, Rangers don't win cups.
Last time the Rangers won a cup was like 95, right?
Yeah, I wasn't born yet. They didn't give me a chance.
94? 95? 94.
94.
Yeah.
They don't give me
You
a
weren't
chance.
born in 94? Wow.
No. I wasn't
You're
born in
younger than
95.
my daughters.
How old do you think I am?
I thought you were in your mid-30s.
Dude, I'm 25. I'm turning 26 in January.
Not if you were born in 95.
I was born in 99.
99, yeah. My daughters were born in 94 and 95.
The thing is, what year I'm saying, how old are you, guy?
I will be 56 at the end of the month.
My dad's 20 years older than you, almost.
20 years older?
My father's
Than me?
71. 71.
Oh, wow.
You
Well,
could be my brother.
go.
You could be my brother.
Oh, now we got some fusticuffs going.
Not smart.
This could be a big penalty.
That was not smart.
Oh, they're going to take them both.
Oh, man.
You're the same age as his oldest. Shockey, you're young though, I thought. I thought you were kind of young there. That doesn't make sense. That should have been all on Sherwood.
Former Predator.
Oh, Sherwood was, yeah, that should all be on Sherwood. That's bull. Oh, you're 47, Chris? I thought you were younger than that.
Did you read the lips?
Your wife's a lot younger than you then. I think his wife's a lot younger than him, Chris.
Oh. Did you read Sherwood's lips?
Yeah. No, I didn't read them. I saw the cut on him.
I read his lips. Can't be said on air.
Oh yeah, that should not have been Sundqvist. He was protecting himself. That means he was offsides and doesn't leave the zone, and then he makes a hit where a guy that doesn't have the puck. Oh no, he still had. Well, he just let go of it, so it's just still. But that should have been an absolute almost a boarding.
Nah. That's on both of them because as he went down, he grabbed the helmet of Sherwood.
Protecting himself because he bounced off.
No, he's not, guy.
He bounced off the glass.
No, he's going flying down. He grabbed his helmet. It's one thing to hold on to him. He grabbed his helmet.
Yeah. I knew she was younger. I thought she was in her mid-30s.
Even if he was trying to protect himself, it looks really bad. Okay, so they're just gonna both go. It's gonna be a 4-on-4? No,
it's 4-on-4.
It's 4-on-4.
Yeah. Oh, you're way behind. I'm like at 45 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I didn't see. I didn't count how many people were on ice.
So that means they're going to start 4-on-4.
Oh, I hate that in overtime.
They're going to start 4-on-4 in overtime.
I hate that.
Wow, the Blues were out shooting them most of the game. This period, they did
lackluster.
a good period. That period, you called it too.
Yeah,
Absolutely called it.
Yeah.
5 shots for the Blues. 8 shots were 8-5 that period. 25-23 for the game.
So this is a pretty disappointing game in a sense.
Yeah, especially the third period. Blues had the lead and gave it up, and basically had a 2-goal lead and gave it up. Right, they were up 3-1 and gave up 2 goals. Gave up a 2-goal lead. I don't know why it's so hard to. Why teams go to this thing that that we got to play defense instead of just keeping on the offense. All right, got to keep on the offense.
We got overtime for the Panthers Kraken as well.
Couple games in overtime today. Well, the last 3 games were.
Kraken have played hard.
Yeah. Some of the teams that quote unquote the bottom have played hard. I'll tell you what, the Predators, man, I don't know what they've got to make. They made the wrong change. First of all, I don't think the goal
They did too much too quick.
Yeah.
I thought Stamkos was smart.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steven. Blues were just trying to hold on.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem. Once they had that 1-goal
So
lead,
wouldn't they still go 4-on-4?
I would think so.
No, they're going 3-on-3.
Okay.
But you still got the guys in the box. Doesn't make sense to me. Now they become an equidimensional minor. Oh, that was bad. That was almost a really bad play. Man, they can't get the puck out of the zone. I do like the not bringing the puck back, but I don't think it should be the red line. It should be your own blue line. Like, you can't go back into your defensive zone. You can't leave the neutral. Once you come over the line, once you go over the line, you can't now, at this point, you can't go back into your own defensive zone. That's what I think the change should be. I don't like the red line because I think that jams up the ice too much, and it's going to allow the defensive team too much of an advantage. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Chris. I see this going to a shootout, to be honest with you. Looking for a seam, Boberg was. You still there, Shags?
Yeah.
Okay, you froze.
I'm not frozen. I was just sitting in one spot.
No, I mean, I don't even see your lips moving, so you're froze.
I'm not moving. I'm focusing on the game.
Yeah, no, but I'm not even seeing you're froze. Either froze or you got a picture up.
I am frozen. That's fun.
Yeah, you're frozen. See?
I am frozen. Let's see if we can work that out over here.
Uh-oh. Nice move, Holloway.
Yeah.
Here we go. that was Holloway.
Let me check. I think that's Holloway. Hey, they had the puck possession the whole time.
Yeah. Well, not the whole time. They Vancouver had it and coughed it up in their own zone.
Again, it was a nice rush up ice. You got the 2 men on the outside, sort of like a football pass down to the middle.
Oh, I got an overtime point and another assist. Ha, yay me.
And I picked up Dylan Holloway.
I have Thomas. I have Thomas.
My goodness. Dylan Holloway.
Well, hey, bud, I got to go. Kind of late here.
Fun. Awesome. Yep.
Talk to you later, man. Great having you. Thanks, everybody. See ya.